this project. This is definitely one of my most favorite projects that I'm doing. I say it in every update and I feel I'm doing very successful thus far on my Pan That palette. This is my 2020 Pan That palette update 6.
I don't wanna have to lie. I wanted this love to survive.
I have some exciting news to share on this update, so if you want to hear what that news is and if I have hit any more pans, then just make sure to keep on watching. But before we get into the video, make sure you guys subscribe. I put out new videos 2 to 3 times a week, so you don't want to miss out on all the fun. Also, make sure to check the down bar for all my other links to all my other social media platforms. Without further ado, let's just go ahead and hop on into the video.
I feel paralyzed.
My 2020 Pan That palette is my Huda Beauty Mauve Obsessions palette. I have one new pan to share with you guys and some pretty awesome progress on the rest of the shades as well. There is just something so satisfying about hitting pan, especially on any types of focused products that you may be trying to pan. I absolutely love that feeling and satisfaction, basically, of just knowing that I am getting thorough enjoyment out of my collection, what I already own. These months are just flying by. It seems like I just sat down and filmed update 5 on this, but here we are with update 6, which technically should be like 8 or 9, but I update about every 6 weeks on this project. I will, of course, link the playlist to this project in the cards if you guys are interested in going and catching up and seeing any of the previous updates. About a month in on my Pan That palette, I decided to go ahead and add in an accompany palette, which is my Bad Habit Aurora palette, to just kind of give me a little bit more color variation and mix it up a little bit. I really do enjoy using these two palettes together. They do really pair so beautifully. I have not grown tired of using and trying to pan either one of these yet, since we are into the month of October at this point now, and I still really enjoy using both of these palettes. At the end of the year, when 2020 is up, I surely will miss this as my Pan That palette. I am thinking about potentially using this as my companion palette for the year 2021, and this one will, you know, take the back burner basically, and then I will have a new Pan That palette and just make this my accompany palette. Leave me a comment down below and let me know if this is something that interests you and you think that is a good idea on keeping this in, just to see how much more it will take me to potentially finish this entire palette. I reach for and use my Pan That palette every single day that I do my makeup, whether it is just the basic brown transition shade or the light cream shade in here. I do make it a point to reach for this every single day. I am also keeping use of my progress on this in tallies, in case you don't know, which if you've been watching this for a while, you know I've been keeping track of every use on this in tallies, just to help me to know exactly how many uses it took me to hit pan and exactly how many uses it's going to take me to finish an entire shade of Huda Beauty's eyeshadow palette formula, because I know her shades are rather difficult to hit pan on. So it's just been interesting, and I am such a numbers and analytical type of girl that I've just been obsessed with keeping track of the use in tallies. So let's just go ahead and get into the update and into the progress on this, starting with the first one that I hit pan on, which is the light brick red shade in here, you guys. There is a little teeny baby pan. You can kind of see it shining in the light there, and that is so exciting because this was actually one of my focus shades for this month. I'm really excited to officially have hit pan on it, which gives my total pan count in this palette to 5 pans. We have 5 pans out of the 9 total in here, so we are over halfway at this point, which is very exciting. I have 4 more to hit pan on, and that is this darkest brick red shade, this brick red, as well as these 2 shimmers is left. As you can see, I have definitely continually expanding these 2 pans, especially since those are the 2 I reach for daily. The pans are very nice. Let's just go ahead and I'll go over the individual progress of each shade since I do keep track in tallies. From my right to left, the top brick red shade has so far a total of 36 uses. The sparkling red shimmer shade has, and I have to look over here at my notes, you guys, 25 uses. The light pinky peach shade has a total of 44 uses. The sparkling red, which is the only shimmer I have panned in thus far, has 45 uses. The middle neutral brown shade has a total of 93 uses. The dark brick red shade has a total of 51 uses, and I officially hit pan on this on September 20th. After exactly 51 uses, the dark brown shade down here has 76 uses. The matte cream shade has 117 uses. And the dark brick red shade has a total of 42 uses. So here is what she looks like. I'm just super excited that I have another pan, and it was on a focus shade for the month. I had my focus shades for the months of August/September were the brick red shade as well as this sparkling pink shade. I'm still trying to hit pan on that, as well as I want to say the shimmery red shade. For the months of September and October, I would like to make my focus shades continue to work on the light pink shade as well as the dark brick brownish shade, and basically the whole top row here. These are going to be my focus shades for the next month to 6 weeks, is the top 3 on the top. So we shall see. There will be no more 6-month goals or even 3 months, because 3 months or so will be the end of the year. My year-end goal was to try to hit pan on every shade in the palette, so I have 5 out of the 9. Hopefully I can hit pan on the other 4 shades by the end of the year. So that will be technically my 90-day goal, and my end of the year goal is to try to hit pan on all 9 of these shades. It's still very exciting. This is a beautiful palette. Huda Beauty is one of my absolute favorite, if not top favorite, eyeshadow palette brands in formula. I absolutely love it, and I do highly believe that my next palette for 2021 is also going to be a Huda Beauty palette, just because she is my favorite. I love her eyeshadow palettes. And then I will keep this as my company palette for the year 2021, which is so crazy to say. I cannot believe we are about to be in the year 2021, you guys. Like, where is the time gone? Now, moving on to my company palette, which is the Bad Habit Aurora palette. I don't have any new pans in this on this update, but it is, as you can see, just beautiful. It's been really great for fall. I do have a lot of nice dips in this palette, and I do also have a total of 5 pans in this as well, giving my total pan count for my Pan That palette for my 2020 Pan That palette is I have 10 pans so far, which is absolutely incredible. I think that's great progress, you guys. It's really just been a great way to help me get use out of and solely focus on specific palettes for the year, and I've been loving this project for that. I'm also doing so many different fun little challenges with eyeshadow palettes. As you guys know, the Throwing Shade project, which is one of my favorites, helps me cycle through my palettes. I will link that in the cards for you guys, and I've been doing it in conjunction with No Pan Left Behind, helping me to use every shade in every palette. I'm doing the No Brand Left Behind on my Instagram, where I'm using all my palettes by brand. So I definitely am rotating the best that I can through my entire eyeshadow palette collection while doing a Pan That palette. So we have 5 shades in here. I don't keep track of my use on this one in tallies, just because it would be a little bit too much. But I did just want to give you guys a close-up of here's what it looks like this month. It's just a great palette, you guys. This has been really good for the fall. I am working on the shade Vibe in a project all on itself called Never Have I Ever, which is also on my Instagram. I can't do a lot of my projects, as many of the project pans that I'm doing here on my YouTube channel as well, just because it would be merely impossible for me to upload all these types of videos, because I'm doing like 13, 14 projects. I did have a 1 year of project painting video that I will link in the cards. That is where I list list off all the project pans that I have done thus far in the 1 year that I've been project panning. So if you want to go check that out, I highly encourage it, just to see how many projects I literally am doing, which is a lot. I can't help it. I'm obsessed. I love it. I love saving money. I love to get full use and enjoyment out of what I already own without continually adding to it. And these projects have just been great. My 6-month goal on the Aurora palette was to hit pan in 3 shades, which I have hit that goal, and I have 5 pans. And my year-long goal for this was to try to hit pan on half of the shades. So there's 14 in here. I have 5 hit so far. So I literally only need to hit 2 more pans to have met my year-long goal on this. We have 3 to 4 more months left in the year, which is so awesome. So I'm just going to keep my, 90-day / end of year goal on this the same, which is to try to hit half of the pans. So I have 2 more pans left. And my focus shades for the month prior was the shades Destiny, as well as Manifest, I want to say, and Energy. So there's what they look like. The shade Manifest is literally so close to hitting pan. I probably guarantee I will be hitting pan as soon as this video goes up. Probably. I would like to make my focus shades for this month on this project the shades Soul, which is a beautiful gold, just rich, creamy, metallic shade. I'm going to focus on Energy again because for some reason it's not my favorite shade. It's the shade I struggle with the most just because it looks and appears beautifully and bright, but it is not as it appears in the pan. On your eye, it fades and it's rather dull looking. So I'm going to go ahead and focus on the shade Energy again. My focus shades for this month are going to be the shades Awakening and Expand That Pan, as well as Soul, which is a rich gold, just deep, creamy, very metallic shade. Manifest, since I am literally so close to hitting pan on that, like literally any day now. And Mystique. Keep continuing to work on focus on the shade Mystique because it's got a very nice deep dip in that as well. Those are my focus shades, and we will continue to get some good use out of this as I have been doing very well with both my palettes. I love this project, you guys. It is one of my favorite projects, and I am so excited to share with you guys and continue this on in the new year with new palettes. Well, at least one new palette. Yeah, that's basically everything for this update, you guys. Thank you so much for stopping by. And of course, please don't forget to give this video a thumbs up, subscribe, and comment down below. And until my next video, everybody enjoy the rest of their day. Bye.